Hello ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to For Strategy Gaming. Today we'll be taking a look at the Star Wars The Old Republic Warzone known as Alderaan or the Civil War. In this video I will be acting as a guide, providing you with general tips and hints as to how to play the Warzone, and as well as giving you some general information on it. So starting out with the basics, there are 3 turrets on this map which you are attempting to control. You grab the turrets by clicking on their control points right next to the turret. The more turrets you control, the faster you shoot down your enemy's ship and the quicker you win the match. Now clearly in an ideal situation you will control all 3 turrets, but in a realistic situation you're going to try to control and defend 2. Now in the early stage of the game, what I'm trying to show you here is in this particular situation we are outmanned. They have more opponents on the node than we do. So the goal now for me is to take out any light targets where possible, but most importantly, delay them from capping. You will notice that already we have the far left and right side turrets, and they have yet to cap the center one. I'm trying to stay alive as long as possible. I will be doing things like vanishing, and just particularly right before dying, making sure, okay, if you have any health potions, if you have any damage reducers, me particularly, I can just kind of disappear as I am a rogue type character. Staying alive as long as possible to prevent them from capping. Look at this. We have 2 turrets. We have been firing out on their ship, and it is not until just about now, once I die, that they actually gain control of that turret. So in the early stage of the game, if you're outnumbered and you're pushing on a particular node, there's 2 to 3 of you and you're against 4 to 6 opponents. If you can push onto that node and just stay alive as long as possible and stop them from capping, that's going to give you guys a great head start. Now here is the second engagement I want to show you. You'll notice we were outnumbered. I crowd controlled that one person at the bottom. They were out of combat, and I've got the sap type ability to keep them out of combat for a few longer seconds. This is going to do a couple things. Number one, it is going to buy me and my allies some time to try to just work on a 2-on-2 situation, but then it provides time for reinforcements to come. Calling for assistance, providing you time for reinforcements, and then once those reinforcements come and it's an even match, it'll be much easier. Now, no matter what's going on, the most important feature whenever you are defending a node is to make sure that you are stopping them from capping. Focus on a target, focus on staying alive, on dropping an opponent, but if you see someone trying to cap a node, one of those control points to take over the tower, you must immediately switch focus. It is all too often in pug situations when you're just queuing up solo, when you join with a random group, I will consistently notice people, they'll be so kind of tunnel vision is the word for it. They'll be so focused and so tunnel visioned on their particular opponent and trying to stay alive that they don't pay attention to the fact that there's someone literally 3 feet away from them capping the tower. And that's a frustrating situation to watch. Now after we gained control of that tower and I noticed no more opponents were coming, we went through the center. You'll notice there's a speed buff right there. In addition to the speed buff, there are expertise buffs littered throughout the map. That's always something that's good to grab. You'll notice right now I'm actually doing part of my roaming, which is checking to see if capping the center is going to be possible. Once I realized that they had full control over it, I just left that and then went back to defending. And now I'm going to push on over to help my allies defend this position. Again, the same thing holds true when you're defending a node. Stay alive, take down primary targets. For example, for me, I'm a rogue type class, so I will be going for light armored casters and stuff like that as opposed to the heavy armored people. But at all times, check the control point, check the node, constantly be swiveling your camera. In fact, you'll notice it a few times here. I'll be engaged with a target, I'll be focused on them, but making sure that I'm checking that node constantly. Right here, this is a perfect example. I'm fighting this guy, I swing back around, I'm like, crap, he's capping, so I immediately sprint back to stop him from doing that. Another thing that makes PvP much better for you, although cinematically it may not look as good, pull that camera back as far as you can. The wider your field of vision, the better off and the more effective you're going to be in PvP. It lets you see more, it lets you see more enemies coming, it lets you have a better view of the field of battle so that you know consistently what's going on. And also, as alluded to earlier, it's going to let you see if someone's trying to cap that particular node that you're defending at. And obviously, again, that's going to be your primary focus. Focus numero uno is what we'll call it. So once more, we dispatch of the enemies. I say, all right, everything's looking good. It's time to pull on over to the other side. Now I want to talk about the particular turrets we're controlling. As you can see, we're controlling the far left and the far right side turrets, while the middle turrets are controlled right now by our opponent, the Empire. Ideally, the turrets that you want to control are the center one and the left side one, as Republic, or the center one and the right side one as Empire. Now, why these particular turrets? Because it's much easier. When you first drop down on your flyers, you have an immediate drop off if you are Republic to the left side turret. If you're Empire, you have an immediate drop off available to the right side turret. It's much quicker for you to reinforce those particular turrets. Again, that is ideal. That's not what happened here, and because of that, I decided to act as a roamer. I didn't even really notice anyone else doing it, but if you're forced to, if you can't get control of the center turret, if it's something that's not possible, no matter how often you check, if that's not going to happen for you, then what you need to do is just make sure that you're constantly keeping eyes and bouncing back and forth in between those two. But again, the ideal situation is going to be Republic takes the left side turret and the center turret, or for Empire, it's going to be take the center turret and the right side turret once more, because it's easiest for you to reinforce. All right, so this is just going to be another engagement, nothing too fancy here. And then after this, I believe there were 1 or 2 more fights. I am going to end up cutting them out though, because I think we've covered all the basics that I wanted to go over with you. You know, take out primary targets, focus on staying alive, but most importantly, keep people off of those darn nodes. Oh, and crowd control. Crowd control is a really big thing in any kind of RPG, PvP situation. So make sure you're doing it here as well. And that is going to do it. The game's about to finish. You can see that head start that we got, plus temporarily controlling all 3 nodes, has us at a huge advantage. There's about 1 or 2 more battles, but nothing special happened there, so we just cut that out. And that is going to do it, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this guide. I'm actually going to leave you off with a little bit of a PvP battle, a little 1v1 situation I had against a level 50. I believe I was only 47 at the point, but it ended up going quite well for me. All right, thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, if you like the content, please subscribe. Thanks again. Keep watching and keep owning. And here is some sweet one-on-one action for you.
Unauthorized armaments detected.